Hello and welcome, Cosmic Quantum Travelers. I hope you're doing okay. It's intense. What else can we say? Just as I was posting and getting ready for the video, massive energy wave came in. Not that it wasn't already intense. But yeah, anyway. So I wanted to do a quick update and just clarify a few things. Also, to make things easier for everyone. And just saying hello. Hi, Pamela. Hi, Cyrus. Diana. Beatrice. Melanie. Ronnie. Yetistano. Mike. Hi, David. And Tommy. Thanks for waiting, guys. Sorry for the delay. I just can't manage. What can I say? All right, you can just plan this in. So intense it is. We're trying to have fun with it. All right. As our hearts are opening, everything that is not love has to clear. Hi, Tara. And that's really what this all comes back to. And we have to feel it in order to heal it. And the more we can go with the flow and surrender to it all, to the chaos, to the craziness, as everything falls and artificial is collapsing. And I'm having major problems with anything kind of AI today. So I'm glad we're online and made it without major incidences. But you need to go very slowly now. Like just before, I almost like really had my hand slamming it in the door, just trying to rush. So slowly, slow it all down. Slow down time that does not exist. Because as everything collapses, so, the realities and the timelines and the false light matrices, again, everything that's false, all the masks, everything is being revealed, and that's an inside-out process. So most of all, this is a, full disclosure process of anything where we haven't fully seen, eye to eye with ourselves, and where we have not been standing in our true authentic self, and what that even means. Because, most people don't know themselves. And this is all about know thyself. When you know thyself, truly, you know yourself as God, as an aspect of God, but we're also unifying literally all of these aspects right now. And the whole collective shadow body is coming up. So ascension is the hardest thing you will ever do, naturally. Everything we thought was reality is false, pretty much. False history, false people, fake news. People don't know who they are. So of course they're going with the program because that's all they learned. And that's how they learned to survive in the 3D matrix. We came to break out of it. So don't make them, so to say, responsible. It's just kind of what it is. And we came here to shine the light and a different perspective on things in order to change it all. Hi, Krystar. Hi, Emma, Claire, Lawrence. And sorry, I also received some emails from the group call and I haven't gotten back to all. My email is a bit of a mess. Let me move on to that now. 222, love is in the air. Okay, but again, as more and more light comes in and more love, because our hearts are opening wide, the crystalline grids, the crystalline core of Earth, which is very much connected to the magnetic shift and pole flip, and us returning to Mother Supermagnetism. It's all interconnected with us opening our hearts up wider. And how do we do this? By healing all of the heartbreak, all of the pain, any kind of, it's energy held in your body, in your cells. It's memory. Okay, these fallen timelines. So it's your own fallen timelines, so to say, that kind of come up and out. And they don't just, go up and like just disappear. And, for example, you do an activation. It's gone. No, it comes up and out. For me also, of course. You have like nice expanded feelings, like in anything we do, as we go through the waves and the ride of this ascension journey. These expansions, and then comes the contractions, because as we feel all, expanded and full of love and high, the energies are very high and they just continue to rise very quickly now as we go up in dimensional frequency. So anything that's not in alignment with that has to come up. So after we have that expansion, then comes the contraction of everything that's not of that frequency, that is in dissonance with that, not in alignment, will come up to be seen for what it is, for you to align, and mostly for you to just see it for what it is. And in neutrality, you dissolve it, so to say, as easily and quickly as this goes, possibly. But we all have to go through the clearings. Nobody can take this away from you. There's no just one healing that would ever just, magically have you ascend. Obviously, I think most of us know this by now that people like me just share, whatever they're here to guided to share in order to help a little. That's all we can ever do. Nobody can do this for you. And yeah, we need to go through a lot of shit. This is not for the faint of heart. I mean, again, think of the immensity of what we're doing. And your body is turning from carbon to crystalline. You're literally going through a massive transformation, and so is the planet and everyone else. So keep seeing the bigger perspective. And we can only go through this, this whole, we need to just kind of come to a place of neutrality, whether we're feeling good or bad, and that we don't resist, judge, suppress, and resist what is happening, because that will just increase the pain. That's literally you suffering, because you can be in pain and not suffer. And that's where we need to get to, where it's literally just your body transforming. So pain or the shit coming up and out is actually a good thing. The same as with the triggers. It's all helping you. It's all upside down here. So you need to shift your perspective if you want to have an easier journey. And, anything, again, doesn't matter what you do or don't do right now, that's not in alignment with our highest Christ consciousness, cosmic Christ consciousness embodiment, will be very visible. So it's like through synchronicities, through your inner voice speaking to you, it's like so in your face what's not in alignment that it becomes very self-explanatory for everyone. And nobody can not look anymore because those days are over. Hi, Kelly, Stacy, Ross, Carolina. And basically, we just need to be the light, be the bridge, the rainbow bridge. And as we walk the stairway to heaven, you need to literally dissolve all these monsters, because at the highest level, you remember how they even originated. It's fear-based thought forms and beliefs at the highest level. And that's where you go back to, kind of after you've gone through all the levels of clearing, you then go back to just literally pure consciousness that needs to be transcended in your field. And that you remember that this matrix is a projection of the ego. So we have to transcend the ego and all of our attachments to the 3D right now. Any fears, especially in regards to survival, because if you don't transcend the fears, you will be faced with them. So whether it's, again, not having money for food or rent or electricity or whatever it may be, suffering, including ascension symptoms, death, all of these things, we need to literally transcend that illusion, because it's part of the false matrix, because at the highest level, it's not real. You do not die. You have never been born. You are the eternal one. We are merging with source consciousness now. And we can only get to a point where we have, enough neutrality to master this when we have literally, had all these breakdowns and cried our eyes out and died many times. Most of us who've done this for a while, they know. It's literally just, here we go again. And that's where you need to be with everything. And so even the people then who are attacking you or whatever, you just need to come to a place of like, okay, I get it. I get why, And it literally being like water off a duck's back. That's you being in full embodiment, whilst you're obviously still standing your truth and have your boundaries and all of that. So there's a lot going on, and this is about embodiment, alignment, and you need to stand in your full mastery. Nobody can do this for you, and everybody needs to rise now in their full power. Really, truly. This is it. Because we need to transcend any kind of victim energy of thinking somebody else is writing the script out there, because we literally have the blueprint for New Earth in our DNA and blueprint, and it's all ignited through your embodiment. And it's literally your embodiment of morals, ethics, virtues, being a good person, being aligned. And again, this doesn't mean some false sainthood, But you know what I mean? We know deep down what is right and what's wrong. And when something is wrong, don't beat yourself up. You just make a course correction. And that's where we're at now. So we can all course correct, or we don't. And, whatever I or someone else shares is going to be perceived through your lenses of perception. I literally just have to put my work out there and then let go of the outcome. I need to be totally detached from how people perceive it, or do I deal with it, in various forms, but good and bad. Obviously, it's not all, challenging. But there has been a lot of like this whole, why do I still feel bad? Kind of like if you listen to one of my activations, all of your problems are solved. No, this is not how this works. Okay. And again, it's the same, I've been working with people and I've had times where somebody ended up in ER because their problem that they came with me for inflamed, and I went through a healing crisis. But they understood at least what was going on, and we still, kind of had a laugh at it, and actually it worked out in the best way, because all of this is a big healing crisis. Essentially, it's a big healing crisis. So, and then other times, someone might end up with all of their pain gone, or whatever they came to me before. But I'm not the one even healing you. All I am here for is bringing in the frequency, the keys and codes. It's ultimately up to your higher self and source, your team, exactly what you're ready for, what everybody picks up on. But again, no healer, and most people who are drawn to my work will be other healers and guides, because that's what I'm here for. I'm a guide for other guides. I'm a healer for other healers. So you actually know this, most of you. And this is also a reminder for your work, or in any kind of, circumstances now, because right now there are no more hitchhikers. There are no more, us dragging anyone along. The keys to the kingdom and new earth is full self-responsibility and sovereignty. Now, this doesn't mean we do this alone, but we need to be self-sovereign, especially in our energy field. Nobody can do this for you. So you need to, dissolve the last layers of illusion, which entities and so forth are also part of. So if we can see, oh, wow, we came up with all of this. This is all a projection of the ego mind. Then we can fully dissolve it at that highest level. It doesn't mean that all these other perspectives are wrong. They're just different levels of truth. But at the highest level, how I've been clearing the field right now is becoming much easier. Although there's a lot going on, is literally just dissolving into the oneness. And from there, it's just energy. Just energy, frequency, and vibration. Obviously, there's a little bit more to it, but that's at the highest form where it comes back to. So you just need to work for any remaining fear programming or energies, interference patterns, ultimately in your DNA blueprint. That's what it comes down to make these last shadow gestalts dissolve. Plus, we do obviously also our grid work and so forth. So again, I address all layers and levels of reality. That's multidimensionality. So, I had a lot of interference coming in on Friday for the call. Oh my God. And then I'm going to move to this next. So anyone who was part of my group call, thank you, first of all. That was amazing. I was really high afterwards, super wide open heart activation. And obviously it also happened in the grids and continues to. So beautiful. And obviously there was a lot going on generally on the 11th. So anyway, and then obviously we had yesterday and today very tired, most of us. And then again, things will come up, kind of depression or kind of things you're still sad about because they are not quite there where you want them to be, these kind of things. But I know them for what they are. And I just don't think it's more. I just know I need to actually feel them in order for me to get to the other side, because I can feel our power rising. I can feel how we know now that we have the power to manifest the realities that we came here for, that are literally written into our DNA, and we came here to ignite. But we need to believe, and we need to trust, and we need to rise in our power. And that means that no black magician or entity is any more powerful than you are. That's how you dissolve them. And that's how you keep them out of your field. It's the only way. You need to reach that frequency. And that's part of the, progress. Again, it's an ascension journey. This obviously takes years, even if you do the quick road and fully focusing in on it, and giving everything we have. So anyway, We did a great activation, very much connected to the crystal network, which really is, in our gifts and abundance, which is our abundance. That's the new earth abundance. Us believing in our power, we are igniting new earth. That's the abundance right there. It's beyond money. We're not waiting here for some false 5D abundance package. And if you're expecting false bliss, you don't get this here. There's something that's called 5D. It's like false astral bliss. And some activations will do this for you. Mine don't. You might feel really good and high and, crystallized, but you will also most likely go through some kind of clearing at some point. Because it's part of it. Otherwise, you can't get to the good stuff. So we need to heal all this heartache in order to open our hearts. A healed heart is an invincible heart. Because then you know what to look out for. And ultimately, nothing anyone does has really anything to do with you unless they hit your spots and then you heal them. But then you really know, first of all, you know who to let into your life and closer, to you, who not. So who's good for you and who is not, because you got to know yourself and you learned your lessons, which is the point of all of this. And then we are here to now come together with the soul tribe, with our soul groups, because this is really what ignites one another. Like in the group call, it was so activating because we exchange keys and codes. And it's a whole, obviously energetic field. And it's open now also till the 22nd. So anyone who wants to still sign up for the call and the replay. So the replay is available. It's over 3.5 hours. And then there's the New Earth Abundance activation, which is literally a crystalline grid and abundance keys and codes activations in your field. Again, doesn't do it for you, all right, but it's supposed to help a little. And I know they are powerful because you activated a whole lot. Beautiful heart opening and activation in motion. So you can do this as you send me a PayPal donation. The minimum for each call, so there's one that just went on the 11th, and then another one we do on the 22nd, because it's one big container and it's quantum. So even if you join afterwards, you're still part of the container, and as you're listening to the call recording, to the replay, you add your own intentions to the pot, and it's quantum, it's alive. And we're going to meet again on the 22nd, and you can do that by signing up. The minimum donation amount for each call, my idea was, again, a suggestion was $11.11, which I think is more than a fair price. And if you really can't afford that, so that would be $22.22 for both calls. If you really can't make that, I said €3.33 should be possible for everyone. I have been on benefits before as well. This is about, I do everything I've done over the last years, I've said, was all for free or basically based on people who get it supporting me by donation. I can't do this any other way. I do not get benefits. So this is my only income, all right? And I have been there, so I know it. And everybody should be able to contribute as a gift of, energetic appreciation, €3.33, which is maybe a cup of coffee. But if you really can't, at the very least, a nice email asking me for access for free is the bare minimum, because we are not just throwing this at people. And this is also me calling in my abundance, because I know I deserve it. And I know the value my work has. So this is also a whole thing, I need to be the embodiment of what I speak of. And it's like, again, this is the end of just freeloading. And we also need to put worth towards the things that then are important to us. And again, I'm not asking for much at all. So, and half-assed requests, I'm not into. So that's just that. And we are igniting our worth and abundance that way. As we know, this is my gift. This is my wealth. I know, it can really make a difference in people's life if they're really open to changing their perspectives and consciousness. Because ultimately, this is about you being open-minded and, again, how you perceive even my information, It's depending on so many things. And healers and guides know this. So also, when you do send a donation, please put your email in. I need your email. Anyone who hasn't received the email, I need your email. Please send me an email to my email. The details are below. I can't do this for you, running after people. And then people have different names on PayPal than the email, and then the name they sign off with. It's like really confusing, okay? It's giving me a slight headache, I have to say. That's what's making me tense. So help me. I need your email, okay? I love you. So anyway, so we are igniting our diamond self, okay? The activations are on, the DNA is coming online, the downloads are streaming in, crystal clarity. And yes, this is not pleasant sometimes if you see things that you did not want to see. You need to just have a lot of humor. Seriousness is our problem, okay? We need to become the laughing children again. That's us literally rebirthing ourselves. What is the thing from the Bible? Because I do always kind of resonate with that saying. I tell you the truth, unless you change and become like little children, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. Therefore, whoever humbles himself like this child is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. And basically, it's about us. The humbleness, I very much see, it's this whole, no one of us is perfect. And that's where we need to get to, the equality. We all have just different jobs here to do and different, roles we play. And that's what we need to see. That's you transcending the egos, understanding that that other person isn't part of you, of the one. And you need to go past the duality and past the victimizer consciousness, fully dissolved, in order to unify with source, which is divine union. This is not about unifying with another person. This is about your divine union with source, first and foremost. And everybody else is helping you do that by bringing up all that's not in alignment with that, with all the triggers and all of that stuff. So you have to embrace all the shittiness and laugh at it, because that's what makes it easier. So you just I think it's also Shiva. He he dances and he laughs whilst he, kind of gets rid of the demons. That's kind of who you need to be. Because you need to see you're the avatar in a video game. You need to laugh at it. Because when you're still in fear vibration, which is also anger or resistance or, all of this, whilst this all still triggers you and you get gaslit, you're still in your ego. And it's fine. You just need to check yourself and realize and become very conscious of everything you're thinking, feeling, believing, projecting all the time. That's you becoming a conscious co-creator again. And the keys to the kingdom, again, full responsibility, sovereignty. And this is about interdependence. Yeah, we're all interdependent, but that's why everybody needs to be part of it, and we can't wait for anyone to do it for us, and we need to rise together, literally, fully now. This is it. It's not about weeks and dates and nothing. It's quantum. It's a frequency you hit, and us together. And we're all like the little matches that, keep igniting each other. And that's what our soul groups are for, and also our divine counterparts. Allegedly. Making a slight comment, joke there. But you need to be the happy fool and let go of control and literally just surrender to the madness. You just need to laugh at it all. And that's the only way through, as I see it, as I have experienced, and it has served me well. When I have stuff coming up, I go, ooh, but then I go, haha, okay. Because that helps you then to, okay, let me change that. Because otherwise you want to suppress it if you're judging it as good or bad, right, wrong. That's not multidimensionality. Everything serves. We're reclaiming everything. We're re-reversing everything. Ultimately, everything is perfect. And again, you need to be the avatar. You need to see through the game. You need to become the master of the game. As we fully awaken from the dream now. Because that's what's necessary. So let's keep remembering and be very conscious of every interaction and everything we do. Everything is an energy exchange. Everything is managing energy. Love is the new currency for sure. But again, love means many things. It means also having boundaries and discernment. That's self-love. And everything comes from there. And it's true self-love. It's also no narcissistic love, because that's also a very, kind of putting a carpet over all insecurities and overcompensating for them. That's also no true self-love. So it's all about confidence now, our gifts and abilities. That's what ignites New Earth and our heart opening. And obviously it's the heart mind unified as one, which is all birthed. All the blueprints are online. It's all online. We are ascending. And that's why it's so crazy. We're birthing and ascending and igniting a new. And it's not that we're going anywhere as such, but obviously we're using these terms. And whilst the old is dying and dissolving, and you help it along as you know it for what it is, whilst you know the new's being birthed. So you're holding the balance in the 0-point field. That's how you collapse the quantum wave function of the false matrix. It's a holographic hallucination of the one mind. We are the ones who are consciously steering the ship here together as one. And it's literally in our hands and heart minds of how easy and quickly this all goes. And again, every word, thought, feeling, belief, and action we take is this. And it's our frequency and our embodiment, not obviously our opinions that change the world, as you like to say. And our own healing ultimately comes back to our own healing. And that's the embodiment. Your worth is your frequency, your embodiment, your energy signature. That's the worth. It's not some false 3D worth of what you have and how much money you earn. That's going right out of the window right now. If you're losing everything is going to shits, congratulations. Part of ascension. Most of us have been there. And I'm just at this point where it's like today I saw my last video is not listed on Facebook, on YouTube. And unless you have the link, I can't find it. And I'm like, it's like interesting, but it literally did not affect me one bit. Other things have happened. Like, people like posting my posts and some other names underneath it. Just one part of it. People trying to steal your light and consciously and unconsciously. Loads of things going on, not to mention all freaking energetic backlash and attacks. And the 11/11 day, because there's so much activations that happen on that day, a freaking mess in the energy field. I hate these things, like for that reason. Like I love to surf the waves and do activations, but the mess that happens on those days is not fun to deal with. I can tell you that much. Nonsense. Now we're dissolving all of this shit as we're fully stepping into our power, okay? And we're the avatars. So own this. Raise your cosmic dragon aspect, your magic gray queen and king, because that's what we came for. So whenever we complain, and it's fine, I do too, but I know it for what it is. I know that you're ultimately in victim energy. Like it's okay to say what's not right, but you know what I mean. We can't make other things responsible for how we feel. No people, situations, governments, cabal, entities. Because everything is helping us to step further into our power because we gave it away through many lifetimes, bit by bit. That's how we got to this place. So we learn. And that includes naivety and not knowing what is false light and who are false leaders and who to trust, who not to trust. Because you don't know who to trust because you don't know yourself. That's the only reason. When you know yourself, everything falls into place. That's what all of this is about. That's you embodying. That's you igniting your own blueprint. That's you playing your own, you're like a fractal within the whole puzzle, within the whole soul, logos, psychogeometry, and you ignite and fall into place as you sing your own soul song. And that's you being your own true, unique self, authentic self. And only you know who that is. Nobody else can tell you that because you have so many incarnational selves at the bare minimum. What is it again? 1,765 something. And that would be like a normal human of 12 DNA strands. And we have a lot more, okay? 24, 36, 48, 72, ultimately 144 anyway. But you get me, it's also about what we're switching on. But that's also you needing to activate and, clear a lot more. So it takes a lot of focus and responsibility to be in your true master avatar self. And that is though what brings on the abundance, the new earth abundance, because again, I don't see this as some abundance packages coming online and these artificial healing pods, med beds. It's all about organic. It's all about organic crystalline technology, full new earth realities. That's all I see. And the old is fully dissolving. And I don't know exactly how this goes, but I literally had visuals of me like in a video game, like kind of the landscape is kind of like falling apart and I'm hopping from one kind of collapsing part to the next. Now, I hope that's more of a metaphor. But, you know, this is time for us to step fully in our power because, again, all of this comes online as we are able to handle it. You see, the more consciousness you have, the more you understand, the more you will be shown, the more you can handle. And it's the same with your superpowers. It's like a fail-safe mechanism of you can only fully retrieve your power and gifts and abilities and memories as you, again, release the past, the old self, the false self. And what was I saying? Sorry, the energies are very high. Totally lost it there. I'm also looking at the comments. That's not good. Don't know what I was saying there. Anyway. Ear ringing, yes. I'm hearing it. I mean, it's also a lot of the sinuses right now, headaches, a lot of pressure coming from above. And obviously it can be anything, okay? Also around the sacral, we have a lot of sacral womb healing. Also my last two activations will help you with that, that I posted from the last two videos. One of them I've posted underneath, I'll add the other one after. And we're going to do a little activation very, very soon. I didn't want to come on too long today anyway. I know most of us are quite tired and it's all about integrating that, but I just wanted to clarify a few things and just felt the need to, or guided to, share a few bits and pieces to help us clear the last cobwebs of the illusion of separation. Because when we think anything outside of us has more power than us, that's us still also being in separation with the oneness. And once we are at one with Source, we remember our eternal one, who doesn't die and has never been born, then everything becomes possible. And that's you being fearless. And that's, it, again, it's the fear matrix. And you fully dissolve it only that way as you transcend and see all these beliefs and thought forms that you have usually subconsciously running for what they are. Because again, the subconscious is becoming conscious, the whole shadow body, which is kind of the unconscious, those parts, you know, that we have been suppressing collectively are coming up and out. And again, we are here to hold the 0 point fields in divine love and neutrality to let all of these shadow aspects dissolve in neutrality and be overwritten, because we're here as our multidimensional integration. Again, you have so many soul aspects, so at least, you know, around 2000 incarnations, but usually it would be around like, I think 6,000-7,000 incarnational selves if you have a higher DNA coding that you all need to integrate. So there is a lot to integrate and unify. And we need to also pick out, because obviously not all aspects of these multidimensional selves are useful. So we have been, you know, unifying all of these aspects, and then you kind of need to decide, okay, what is useful? What have I learned from my experiences? And what do I keep and what do I let go? It's all of these aspects that are showing up that are really part of your multidimensional integration. So you need to really, right now, all the distractions, any interference, it's like focus on you, bullseye, literally, on ascension, because it's happening. We're literally we are ascending. So what, you know, people might expect this looks like, it's not always what it seems, because again, a lot of this has so far been in the unseen, all the things we can't see with the light spectrum that's shifting. As we're all playing our soul song, that also activates the music of the spheres. Again, this whole orchestra and our DNA strands, it's all interconnected. And then unify also with our soul groups and heal all of this. But again, this comes first of all from within, and this activates the DNA plan, blueprint for the whole of humanity. And again, all through our embodiment of our true self, which is you switching on your own blueprint. And again, also through the frequency of pure divine love. And it all comes back to self-love. just having a quick look at notes. If anyone has any question, yeah, headaches, sinuses. I mean, it's always on and off. I mean, it's like, it's just another day in the office, isn't it? That's why I also don't report on all these side effects or like do these, type of energy updates that would go on about the daily kind of things on that level, just because it's always more or less the same, just slightly different things. And it kind of, we all feel whatever we need to feel. Whatever comes up really needs to come up. So, and again, one day I feel good and somebody else doesn't feel good. Nobody ever just feels good on the same day. It's impossible. Like that's not how it works. We're all holding the balance here together. Okay. It's the same as we are leading the ascension. Not everybody's on the same level of consciousness. It's just not how consciousness works. So we just need to see it for what it is. The evil as well. It's ultimately the unconscious. That's what evil is. And we all have had unconscious aspects and still have them. So if we can see this more, from that really neutral perspective, from the eyes of source, that's how you dissolve the whole polarity, this whole victim-victimizer game. That's your ticket to New Earth. Because you need to embody that. You need to really learn and train your consciousness of whenever you feel you're judging someone or you're getting triggered by someone, not to beat yourself up or anything. Just go, oh, what's that? Maybe I want to align something here. Because it's still keeping you in separation, and ultimately it's not making you feel good. So we are clearing out any discordant frequencies, ultimately in our DNA template, which equals consciousness. It's basically your consciousness instruction sets are held in your DNA. So we ignite them through alignment with that cosmic Christ consciousness, as we all know. Okay, I think I said this enough now. And yes, and a lot of things will be, I think, a lot of things I say or write about will be repetitive, but it's necessary because it's part of the reprogramming, because we have been programmed over and over again with all this negative, limiting, fear-based thoughts and beliefs, about ourselves, that we are not powerful, and we cannot levitate and teleport and manifest out of thin air. That's all we need to break through. And there are obviously many layers of all of these beliefs and thought forms, and it's part of the re-encryption. That's why I always focus on that part, because it's the most important. That's what it all comes back to. That's literally your DNA, just, in consciousness form. So everything is consciousness. Everything is energy, frequency, and vibration. Keep coming back to that. Keep coming back to total 0-point neutrality. You're in a video game. Keep reminding yourself. It's a projection, and we're here to shift the projection, okay? And when we say it's not real, it's ultimately because it's a holographic projection, and also because there are artificial overlays, literally holographic inserts that are fully dissolving. And then you will see, as the music of the spheres, all these sound and light fields are being upgraded and aligned in our fields. The DNA blueprint in the music of the spheres switches all the New Earth blueprints on, because it's like harmonizing creation back into perfection, because it's all sound and light. So these are the primal sound and light fields. Before we come into manifestation, it's sound and light fields. And again, we haven't seen them all here because we had a very limited access to just, I think it's 1% of the light spectrum of what we see, of what's actually there. So that's when I say we're making the invisible visible. That's part of that as we switch on our DNA, which is through being our true authentic self. And nobody can tell you who and what that is. So guides and healers are obviously here to help and assist, but nobody, can do it for you. And it's so many things, as we know, on our journey. And there's not one way of doing this. We have tried out millions and billions of ways of how to do this journey. And there's no one right or wrong way, never. So you also need to totally get out of the mindset of like, oh, I'm doing this wrong, or, I can never get this right, if you're going through crap again and again. We often go through the same type of clearings and themes because we all have certain soul themes, and they have happened. The wounds go through many lifetimes. So what you might know connected to a childhood wound will be connected to other lifetimes, and often just more than one, where the same thing, the same theme comes up. So we have certain soul themes, especially amongst the starseed community. Some of the things I sometimes talk about that are obviously for us to heal. And again, the neutrality, doesn't matter what it is, we came to clear the distorted blueprints. Nothing is off the table. Just go beyond shame and guilt and, all of that stuff. That's the only way you can do it, because it's all this religious programming and false spirituality, kind of having you, aspire to some false idea of perfectionism is not going to help you, I believe. Like, you need to find your own, level of integrity and what that means for you, the embodiment. It's ultimately about, again, being a heart-based person and being a good person, doing the right thing, generally, But that once you integrate multidimensional consciousness, it doesn't look like a 3D version of virtues, I tell you. It's more complex and intricate than that. And you just need to know in every now moment, when you are fully tuned in and merged with your higher levels and multidimensional self, you just know in each moment what to do. It doesn't go by a checklist of you knowing, this is right, this is wrong. No, it's in every moment it will be different. There's so many aspects of you that you integrate again as a multidimensional self. Like the soul is just one part of it. Then you have your oversoul. Then you have the avatar level. Then you have the ascended master guardian level. And then, source. And we're integrating all of that. And obviously you can't have all of source within your little body, but we're streaming these consciousness streams. We're having access now to God source consciousness. That's what this is all about. And it's literally igniting from within us, but also through our own work and alignment. But when you transcend the whole ego identity, it literally comes back to who's the one doing anything here anyway. For example, what I do, I cannot help myself doing what I'm doing. Can somebody else help themselves why they are the way they are? And right now we need to have absolute neutrality with what anyone is choosing around us or not choosing, what they're doing or not doing. Total neutrality, full sovereignty. Everybody has to now be full self-responsible. And we show this by giving them the gift of self-responsibility and embody this ourselves. And I know it's difficult, sometimes to see people close to us and you're like, you want them to be well. But you can't do it for them. That's the whole, we need to let go of control fully, especially in this process. And it doesn't mean you don't do anything. It's just surrender means you let go of the need to control your realities or this process. Because then also the outside control mechanisms fully dissolve. Everything is a reflection out there, all of the systems of the consciousness we carry. It's the same as the masks have represented people not, masking themselves, not being their true self. And it's reflecting from the consciousness and people going with the herd mentality and just with whatever anyone is telling them is right or wrong or good or bad without really thinking themselves, making up their own mind. Any moment now, we are awakening. I mean, it's all online. And as I still see, Supernova of the Heart event is what brings fully online the shift within the magnetic core, the core of the earth, as well as the pole shift and magnetic field shift. And again, it so far has been the same with the ozone layer, artificially manipulated. And we're going back to natural, organic supermagnetism. All right. And we also do this for our own, where we know abundance is not outside of us. It's not separate from us. It's just once we know we are one with everything, everything just flows to us because we do not feel any more separation. The universe, the cosmos is conspiring in our favor because we are in alignment and in flow and in divine union with all of life everywhere. So why would it not be? It's no longer of your consciousness. Now we're still having some kinks here to clear out, but generally all the interference is lifting and dissolving. So we're having a free road ahead. All the obstacles have been lifted. All the last remaining thought forms and beliefs, and again, are dissolving and being overwritten. But again, everybody's obviously in their own, process, what they already have felt and activated. Everybody is different. There's no comparison ever. Okay, and don't compare yourself to anyone. And just have a lot of compassion and patience with yourself in the process and everyone else, especially now. And again, keep seeing it from the bigger perspective, okay? But you need to face whatever comes up, because otherwise it will get very loud and very uncomfortable right now. It's all collapsing. Let go of any fear, any attachment to your home, people, places, things. just lightly, hold it all lightly. The same with your beliefs. It doesn't mean that you can't have people in your life, okay? But we don't need to cling on to it, all right? Because that's, again, it's also an energy of needing and not having it. And, you know, you need to just fully, it's like healthy connections, not unhealthy attachments. That's where we're at now. And also, you know, no longer attracting people and partners based on our wounds and traumas, but those that empower us and see us for who we really are, because that's also what our soul group does for us, those that we are closely connected to from a frequency level. They see us for who we really are. We don't need to explain so much. You know, we feel understood, we feel seen, we feel, you know, we are there to empower each other without trying to change one another. That's where we're at now. That's the place we need to co-create from. But we can only do this once we have fully unified that enough within ourselves. But I also see that the last part of the healing is us coming back together, because that's how we, you know, broke apart. That's how we also, you know, got wounded by us, you know, not being with the people we love and being separated and losing one another and all of that stuff. So for me, it's all about going back to the future, you know, where we have always been. So New Earth, the new Edenic realities, is us also, again, correcting what went wrong and us finding those souls again that, you know, have a deep soul resonance and frequency, because that's us healing also the tribal shield and planetary morphogenetic field in our own and clearing out the last debris out of our astral field. That's what I'm seeing. And divine union is here. I really feel this whole window between the 11-11, 22-22, it's all happening. It's all happening now. I hate being linear, but it's all happening. And the more we can be there in that frequency, because it's already done. It's already done. You need to remember, it's already done. Ultimately, in the quantum space, you do not create and uncreate anything. You are just shifting frequency. So everything already exists. So you're literally just aligning now. We have already created and manifested like crazy for many, many years. The last step is you fully let go and surrender and relax. No, it's already done. Well, obviously, we still deal with whatever we need to deal with. And again, everybody is at a slightly different point. But then at the last step, for most of us who have now passed the initiations, you just sit back and relax. You know, whilst you follow your bliss and be in your highest frequency. And again, do whatever you're guided to do. It's both ends, you know, it's like full surrender to source and divine plan, as well as following your higher guidance, because we are God's boots on the ground, quite frankly. We're here to make it happen. But that's through our embodiment. So that means many things. It doesn't mean doing something spiritual. It's just being in alignment with your highest version of self, and any and every moment that looks different. So divine unions are on. This is the unity field. This is divine union. This is ascension. It's on. It's happening. It's all in motion. The crystalline grids, the diamond grids, our diamond rose hearts, it's all igniting and opening. It's all in motion. It's all unfolding. It's all already happening, and it's already done. So you need to just keep aligning with your frequency and your consciousness with that already, with your biggest dreams already being true, and keep feeding them and keep aligning with that, especially before bed, for example. Dream, be there already. Keep connecting to the feeling, and, you know, keep being there as often as you can. You need to really zone out any distractions and focus on what you want to create right now. That would be my greatest advice right now. And again, of course, we don't look away from anything. We just, you know, deal with whatever we need to deal with, because it's very self-explanatory. Because we don't resist. We don't just expect everything to be happy forever. It would be unrealistic as well. We need to be, you know, neutral about whatever comes our way. We know we can handle it. That's being fearless. You're no longer in resistance, in fear, in judgment, in opposition to any opposing energy. That's you having transcended that within a 0 point field of neutrality. That's what the 0 point field is for. You feel it, you go into it, and then you Keep going back to your heart and neutrality and see it from a bigger picture. But you need to feel whatever you need to feel. You don't tell yourself, oh, you shouldn't feel this. No, you need to feel it in order to release it from your cellular memory. It's in your body. Okay, so it's the only way. And it unlocks all of your gifts and abilities and the true memories as we wash out the old. And it's happening simultaneously. So dark night of the soul can happen. We're going through it collectively, so to say. But the more we can be, my God, electronics are going crazy. But the more we can be neutral about all of this. Oh my goodness. And I was trying to look at my notes on my phone. And now it's like just going totally crazy. Ah, stop. 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 Yes, I do sometimes listen to card readers. It should switch off now. That's funny. Why is this not switching off? Okay, I'm putting this out of the room. My phone won't switch off. Hilarious. So the phone, I was putting it on off and it wouldn't switch off. So I just pushed it into the corridor. Now my mother will have to listen to it until I'm done here. Oh my God. But it's like all the electronics today have been doing this to me all day. And sometimes the card readers, they're just 1, 2 I would listen to. And they're very good. It's kind of some of the only things, but just the positive messages I want to hear, because it's I choose what I want to believe in, literally. It's like, if that doesn't resonate, it's not now. No. And then you just listen to what you want. It's also a form for me of affirming positive messages. Anyway, so I can't look at my notes, so that's fine, because they're gone now. So should we do a very quick, tiny light language interlude, just a little bit to open our hearts a little bit more. I just feel that for myself, and a little bit ground us in. The grids are so powerful right now. The cosmic mother energies are so prominent and powerful now. I actually forgot to say this in the call. When the activation came in, I felt the energy so powerfully. And because it's really her that rebirths the whole of creation through the cosmic womb. And it's the Trinity. It's her rebirthing the Krystar SAphiRA, the Christ child, which is what we are, the divine masculine, feminine, unified within divine union. And that is what brings the balance. It transcends the polarity consciousness. It's, you unified also with the Godhead, because it's the Holy Trinity. And that is really what we hear anchoring. It's what's also running through the grids now, along with the rainbow rounds and really God source frequencies. And we're here to be those light anchors in order to anchor them, the frequencies, and be the rainbow bridges. That's why we are also, kind of all over the planet, in order to anchor the frequency that helps the planet ascend and clear out all lower negative energies. So whenever you're walking and, singing to the grids, you're always helping. When you anchor your energy, see yourself, like a pillar of light, and literally, however obviously you're guided to, but literally anchor the light as you walk, as you're out, or, in your meditations, into the core of the earth, into the grids as often as you can, and keep amplifying this. Keep amplifying your field, keep working with your DNA, try to look into it. It's literally beautiful crystalline plasma rainbow colors and frequencies, and you singing and humming to it, doing your own light language is highly activating, even recorded, listen back to it. Obviously sound healing of any kind. I mean, the future literally is sound healing. I believe in that much. That's why I also share a lot, because I know it all helps to, light language also to just clear and heal, upgrade and activate our fields always a little bit more. But nothing is as powerful as your own inner guidance, as well as sound, and switching on your own template and DNA, and also see yourself crystallizing your diamond rose heart, keep kind of working with it. Give yourself, healing. Again, imagine energy coming in through your heart, out your arms. Everybody can do this. Everybody needs to be also a self-healer. And to remember this again, because this is also what's coming online, self-healing abilities, which is obviously not just this way, but that's one of the ways we can do this. And, wherever we have pain, that we usually intuitively also do, because all of our hands have a lot of healing abilities, okay? Everybody can do this. So, and the more we activate and work and believe and trust in our gifts, the more they come online, the more powerful they will become. And, again, this is all, and we're also here to share them, and then more comes in. So we hone our gifts, we practice them, and the more powerful we become and believe in them. And again, that switches on New Earth. Now, quantum style, that's how we roll. Okay, do a little light language activation, not long. So if you want to just relax, just sit with your back straight or lie down. Just take a couple of breaths. Just center ourselves. Letting go of any worries, any tension, any thoughts. Just let go. Drop your head, your mind into your heart. Focus on your heart center, which is a beautiful diamond, rose, opalescent, iridescent rainbow colors, opening its many petals. As we open our heart wider and wider, now see a beautiful ball of crystalline diamond rainbow plasma light that's surrounding this rose. And with the next breath, you breathe in to this ball of light and hold it there for a moment to let it build up. And with the next breath out, you breathe this out into your energy field as a big bubble of crystalline diamond rainbow plasma light. Purifying, clearing, healing, balancing, harmonizing, upgrading your whole morphogenetic field to the highest divine blueprint available in this now moment. Purifying, unifying, harmonizing, merging physical, mental, emotional, spiritual bodies. Purify, clear, heal, balance, harmonize, upgrade to the highest divine blueprint every cell, every atom, every atomic and subatomic particle and wave, and all the spaces in between. Right down to mitochondria. Across all time and space, all incarnations, all realities, all unified, all merged as one. Our soul, oversoul, avatar rishi, ascended master and God source consciousness, all unified as one. Diamond avatar self, timelessly soul. Sushuna aira setera nantarana, kuyana shatataya karai, yena sususuna terase. Kena yenaye, ena yenaye, tuna yenaye, seye, tuna ye, usuna ye, etuna ye, ukana yena senaye. Tu e se ya ke you ina Yesu nane te you ke ana te you una ye nasera ye una ke ya senua ke ya tuke natane aye, aye. Na kukanai aida senakara ira sukunai ake kinakana aira sunatera yayana kukure ayanate kekera sunatera kunayana hiya ena sunate you to na you de se na de nye sukura aina te araska aira ka aikara uska ekana eskara esta kura enaye kera senaye naye kure aira enate aye. See the crystalline rose heart opening wider and wider, letting go of any remaining density, any walls, any blocks around our hearts. Unateraye, inasera, shunaya kerunara sera, kunaina hiri, sunatera senaye. Tu aira aina kara ashtkara ekana etara sukuna ea. Ona sara shu 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 shu. Se aira na kara so. Kuya na kera ena te ake. Se na kera ena kara so. Tutusha na tara se kera e. See your heart lightening up, becoming brighter and brighter. And connect to the crystalline core, full cord from your heart, sending a ball of light down through your central column into the core of the earth until it has arrived. And from there we connect through the crystalline heart grid, the diamond grid, with every willing human heart, igniting the human heart grid and unity field, the emerald heart grid. Una kera sunatere, kena ura sunate ya ea ura. Connecting and see lighting up all the crystalline grids and the different sacred sites and node points, Q sites, star gates, arc sites, trinity gates, organic ascension gateways, vortices, power points, ancient sites, ancient solar temples, pyramids, crystal pyramids. Light up. Usuna aishta ekana eskure na tera senakara ushkana yena tera senatera aera. Hue e ayu. Uma aira uska aira eka ashkara ekana esana atara ekana ekara sushu. Connecting to the crystalline caverns, crystalline beds, crystalline networks throughout the dimensional levels, diamond grid, the white swan grid, the white dove grid, four faces of man, great white lion, usuna shekera san anate ekina esuna te shekara aina te rasekina tara. Connecting to the rose lines, the Michael and Mary lines, Saint Michael line, Crystal Cathedral network, connecting to and igniting the crystalline cities, the golden cities, crystalline technologies throughout the grids now. Sukara e yu una e aishtuna te la sukuna yeki. Kore na te ena ura sunatere ue setaraye kenakeraye kore non sushunane kenateru sunate kenayena ye sunayena tera ue tena kusunatera senayena ye kuku ai ayanaka askura eshana tena se tena se tena se tena se tena se. Shoo, shoo, shoo. So aishtana ekena setnana tukura ena kena ena satara satara. Calling upon the cosmic dragons, unicorns, mer people, lion people, agathans, ancient ones, dreamwalkers, dreamkeepers, galactics. Calling upon the Andromedans, Sirians, Palladians, Venusians, Arcturians, Alpha Centaurians, Lyrians, all of our interdimensional brothers and sisters, all the angelics and beings of light in alignment with the law of one, guardians, the true ascended masters, Aquafae, Aquafarian, Krystar families and Aurora families, Blue Feather Shields, Usuna kera sena shukura ina kera ena kara asana te ishuna te ikanaya aisara aina kera susu. Clearing the grids of any remaining density, AI, black goo, any and all shadow beings, entities, parasitic infestations, within and without, throughout our fields in the planetary field. Usuna era sekera shkuna te era aera asana te ekera. Uya se eka. Su shu shu. Aera su shara sana kera suya ena ke ekena asara sa. Shu 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 shu. As we connect as one heart, mind, body and soul logos, fully healing the tribal shield and morphogenetic field, our own morphogenetic field, fully clearing any astral debris out of our fields and the planetary fields now. Usuna aishta aira esena kekena ekena asarate. Clearing out any and dissolving any interference patterns, lower codings. Susuna sheke era sa 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 sa. Igniting the divine blueprint of the 144 plus 3 as 1. The diamond sun template. Una se e shura kekena kera. E nakara sukunaye kekenaye ayao. The Krystar SAphiRA, Crystal SAphiRA, androgynous albion light body. Our diamond rainbow plasma light body in Merkaba, spinning at a perfect spin rate, velocity, alignment, sacred geometries, highest divine blueprints now. Usura ishkanayu. Ura. Hey. Su 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 su. Akakara akara akara akara. ira aira kukure sinatena era sinatera sinate esena esena esena. Activating 13 strands of physicalized golden crystalline diamond rainbow DNA now. So. The cosmic quantum tree of life ignited throughout the fields, throughout the grids. Ushana ay na 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 na. Oh sa ne ke aya. Ko. Fully dissolving any remaining limiting fear-based thought forms and beliefs fully from our fields now. Kusuna ashtara ekena susu tara. Inake era yana sanate kena inake katara na satana ekena yo. Krystala kena irake eshunate kena sa. Nume pa aishtanamu olusunala ela era. Arasuna ke ea ke kenata. Activating the highest divine blueprint for our dark matter Russia body. Throughout the fields, throughout the dimensions, unifying all as one, all realities, all dimensions, all timelines, all universes, all galaxies, our multidimensional selves, all unified as one. And the totality of the singularity and the 0 point field in no time whatsoever. Sushuna deke na sata ye una ea kea sushu ara sakara sa e ena kara susu sushu. Fully awakening from the dream. Una kera sena kera shukuna deka na satana kena kera dea ke. Igniting the one true diamond avatar self now. Sunakera se airu ye anu na tera ye ume taya kina hiru shunai aye tore kana tera so. Fully letting go of all that was that no longer serves us. All return to source, effortlessly so. Sunakera se ae no shonanta ena ye ue ane ene nate ote nana keya no tunate. Te ana hero que na yera se na ina ye. Fully igniting our ancient future memories of our new Eden, heaven on earth from deep within us, and divine union and love, bliss, abundance, freedom and sovereignty, keys and codes. Ushana teke na ke aira. Activating the abundance codes from deep within us, within the grids. Ushana teke na suku ena se. Ta ye ne se tu na. Tekona ekara eshna tekara sata keaka. Focus again on your heart. As we unify, merge, balance, harmonize our right and left brain hemispheres, pineal and pituitary glands, heart and mind unified as one. Masculine and feminine, higher and lower self, heaven and earth, matter and antimatter. Sukkarashenateake, within the Holy Trinity, activating the Holy Grail. Usunateake ashakai, aka aira aya una, kekinatera sunate, all of our gifts and abilities, claiming all of our power, all of our wisdom, igniting the emerald tablets from deep within, our DNA, crystalline networks and that of the planet, fully igniting now, our true memories, true history, and true organic ascension realities. Sukana seke rasa aeshtu na teke enate asata. Kukukukunasa eshakarata kenakenake. As we open our hearts ever wider and wider to pure, true, divine love. As it fills out our heart, it fills out our whole body, every cell and every atom of our whole beingness. Frequency of pure, true, divine source love. Filling out our whole fields, our whole body, bones, blood, all of our beingness. Filled with this pure source light and love, healing all. Timelessly so. Shushunaya, kenunatera nenata, kunateake. With the cosmic divine Father and Mother, overlighting this divine healing dispensation, healing all of creation back to perfection, and everyone, every soul back to their spiritual home. Sushunaye kiradara sayaya, umanana kekera, ukukura, kenasetera sa, kushamatanata. As we send this out, connecting to one another throughout the heart grid, the planetary heart grid, the diamond rose grid, from one another and throughout the cosmos, connecting through the diamond heart grid to all of our galactic brothers and sisters, every willing heart and soul throughout the cosmos, as we unify and remember ourselves again as one, calling in and forth our cosmic reunion, the true remembering of our cosmic origins now. So it is done. Ku aira kinakira astutu kushkra eaya kakara satara satara satara. Su 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 su. Feel how your heart is opening ever wider, softening, healing, glowing ever brighter, filling with pure, unconditional, divine, true source love, and radiating this out to all of creation. Suyana shatara, kenakira tatara, kokone, kenasinatera, susuna, 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 susuna. Connecting to the emerald heart grid throughout the dimensional layers and realms. So we unify all as one throughout the stargates and realms, all the way back to source. Sunayinake, Kenasataraya, all unified as one. Tukara Shukura, Kanatea Kekenata, Susususususha Asha, Akar Asha Aya. So it is done. It is done, it is done, it is done, so it is. Koi aina kera ekena askara asharataka asha asha asha. Fully letting go of the past, any past memories, all that's no longer serving us fully now, all back to source. As we fully rebirth ourselves anew as the one true self, the one true diamond avatar that we are, and all new organic ascension of realities along with us. So it is done. Kana kara etana, kokuna sekana, keka ashtu ashta aya, ayana keka. Kasayana ke katayana tatayana tukuna sara sakana. Toya ashatara. Now, come falling back into your body. All of your multidimensional self, unified and healed as one. Fully balanced, unified, healed, divinitized. And so it is done. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, that went on longer than I expected, but we go with the flow, as with everything. Yeah, Santara is fun. She's fun. She's very quantum. And there's a soul group type recognition there. And so it is done. So that should help us to further open our heart. I can feel it already in mine. It's very beautifully like kind of flowing in this beautiful crystalline liquid plasma light. Because it's getting softer and softer as we release all that is not. So remember when we do, okay, just love it. Have no judgment. Yeah, and the oneness. I could feel us so connecting again with our cosmic brothers and sisters. Do this often. These are also our higher aspects. They're not, it's part of your multidimensional integration and merging. Realizing you are them, they are you. There's no separation. They're not coming to rescue us. We are basically igniting them into our reality, onto the holographic screen. So let's project that, obviously, you know, all in divine timing and frequency alignment and how everything needs to play out. But let's have the highest vision. Let's keep holding the frequency. We are here, especially now, to hold new earth ascension blueprints, ignite them from deep within, and bullseye. Do not let the outside interfere with your mission of, you know, living your best life in realities. I mean, it's ultimately selfish as well, isn't it? But we're also doing it for everyone. So whatever we do for ourselves, we also help others do, because we are creating these new templates and blueprints in the field. And then it's easier for everyone else to pick up on them. Okay, that's the 100 monkey effect at a consciousness level. And all I try and share is, you know, again, always from my heart to yours, but I also require support back. So if you can support me, the details are below. Anyone who's going to give a donation over the free or 30 free until the 22nd will basically get the login details, as long as I have the contact details, the emails, okay? So because many people don't put the oneness that I mentioned in the description of how to sign up for the calls in the PayPal box. I don't know, you know, if people want to have the details, but you're getting them. I have your details and you're giving me a donation and supporting me back. So thank you so much. I'll post later on more links below in the description box. Always check the description box. There are all the details and the link to the MP3 download of this activation we just did. And I hope it will save you. Yeah, and the email. I need your email. Email. And don't PM me, please. Don't PM me. Because especially if I wouldn't be friends with you on Facebook, I never see it. Don't send it to my business PM either. I just don't really do PM unless very specifically. But it's just otherwise everywhere, okay? I can't deal with this. Too much AI nonsense. So thank you so much for holding the vision, breaking on through, and breaking down is part of that, if that's what you're doing, all right? All of this is this, all right? And just keep coming back to your heart, come back to neutrality, come back to love, which means also saying no to that what is not good for us, okay? Only the best is good enough for us. That's us fully owning our self-worth. If you want to know more about what I think abundance is about on the earth and the beautiful people that took part in the group call, sign up for it. And otherwise, I'd see you sometime. Let's see how this the next few days unravel and what comes up. But I really feel it's all coming online now. It's all coming online now. So, Kid at Christmas, as we're removing these last debris and the cobwebs, okay, keep focusing, new earth now, and do your good work, whatever obviously you're guided to do, because you know, and you ultimately don't need me to tell you normal activations, but if they do help you, so be it, okay? And that is obviously what I'm here for and my gift to you. So thank you so much. I love you and have a beautiful, magical week. Let's be the magic, ignite the magic, and make the impossible possible, because that's what we're here for. All right? That's us being our magical, Mardi Grail queen and king, igniting that multidimensional DNA and these new realities, okay? All from the inside out. And it's all done. Exactly, Pamela. It's already done. You just align with that. There's no more we need to do as such, okay? Of course, again, inspired action, but it's frequency alignment more than anything else, all right? Especially where we're at. Christmas is early. So have a good day, good night, whatever you are, wherever you are, and what time, no time at all. And New Earth is here now. So your imagination is your superpower. Use it wisely. So much love. Bye, bye, bye.